Hi, this is Aamir Khan and you're watching BollywoodHangama.com. Three Idiots is the one that will probably hit the cinemas next. I've not really had much of a student life in my days because I began working very early. Both issues which are close to my heart and I was happy to be part of the public service campaign. With me, I was supposed to look this really tough guy. And now I'm doing Three Idiots, which requires me to have completely no physical power.
You've just spoken about Mughal-e-Azam, and you've also been a big fan of Bimal Roy, star directors of past. Which is your favorite film, or maybe say 5 films of yesteryears that you can name?
5 films. I think Pyasa would be one of them. Teesri Manzil would be one of them. Mughal-e-Azam, Mother India, Madhumati. Madhumati is a great film.
There have been talks of maybe you doing a biopic of Gurudat. Any truth to that? I believe the script is still being written.
There are 2 separate people who have approached me, but I have not read either script yet. Until I read, it's too premature a stage. I mean, is Gurudat a character who I look up to? Yes, he is. Will I be doing a film on him? Not unless the script really excites me. So I have to read the scripts. If the scripts really excite me, only then will I take it forward. But until then, I can't say anything. Until I read the scripts, it's too premature.
You've called Rajkumar Hirani the #1 director in the country right now. What is so special about Rajkumar Hirani?
Certainly, he's the most successful director that we have today. I mean, his 2 films that he's made are amazing. I've loved the films. Munna Bhai MBBS and Lage Raho Munna Bhai. Both amazing films. Not only have they got critical acclaim, they've got, a huge box office collections. I mean, people have, across the board, people have loved these films. So he's someone who really connects with the audience. He's someone who is today, he's the biggest director. He's the most successful director we have in our industry today. And I'm very happy to be working with him.
How was the experience of Bangalore shooting at IIM?
We shot in IIM Bangalore and we also shot in IIT Powai, but it was great. I had a lovely time there interacting with the students. I've not really had much of a student life in my days because I began working very early. I was 18 when I started working as an assistant. So I didn't really get to enjoy college life and specifically hostel life, certainly not. So this kind of gave me the opportunity of experiencing it and enjoying that kind of lifestyle. So I was very happy to interact with the students and I'm glad they kind of included us into their environment and I enjoyed interacting with them.
You're working with Kareena Kapoor for the first time. How was the experience?
Just about begun working. I mean, most of the scenes so far have been without her. We've done a couple of scenes and it's great working with her.
There's a perception that whatever, if Aamir Khan praises a film, it becomes a talk of the town. Like say in recent times, there are movies like Bara Ana where you have praised and it's been put in the newspapers and everywhere. And then Aamir Khan says that Slumdog Millionaire didn't work for me in spite of all the 8 Oscars and everything. It becomes big news as well. You tend to have a diametrically opposite views from the way the flow is right now. How do you manage that?
Actually, I'm just honest with what I feel. I'm also an audience. And so when I watch films, like every other audience person, I can also give my opinion about the film. Slumdog, I know is a big success all over the world and I'm happy because I think the team worked very sincerely towards the film. I can see that, their work is very dedicated and sincere towards what they're trying to achieve. For me, it did not work. Maybe it worked for people outside of India and I'm really happy for their success. The film that I did like, which I saw, was Bara Ana, as I was mentioning earlier to you also. It's a film I saw a few months ago. It's a very small film, new director, new producer, and they're trying to release it, pretty much on their own. They were not able to find a buyer for the film. I mean, I'm not really into distribution, otherwise I would have jumped in, and I find that I can't do more than one thing at a time. But I really enjoyed watching the film. I thought the performances were very good. I thought there were some really funny moments and also very real moments, and it's about life.
Very interesting.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the film and I think it's a good watch.
Naseer Saab has worked in Jaane Tu Ya Jaane Na. You've worked before in Sarfarosh. Can we see you working together in the future sometime?
Why not? I'm a big fan of Naseer and I think he's an amazing actor and I would love to work with him again.
Stupid! देखकर नहीं चला सकते?
Talking about Tare Zameen Par, it was India's official entry to Oscars. Mr. Mukesh Bhatt on Bollywood Hangama, he said that Tare Zameen Par deserves Oscar win any day because it shows India in a progressive light. How do you look back at that movie now? Because whenever it's being shown on television channels now, it has a wider meaning now. That rarely happens with any of the movies.
Tare is a very rare film and I think I'm very fortunate and blessed to have had the opportunity of having worked on the film. I think it's one of those few films which really touches the heart and it has the potential of spreading so much positivity and really sensitizing us towards children, so sensitizing an entire society towards children. And so I think that the Oscar is unimportant, totally unimportant as far as this film is concerned. It's much beyond that.
amazing that the climax of a movie, you are having a painting competition and still get the kind of goose pimples that you get. It's fantastic. Talking about your other films, what are the other projects you're doing? You're producing Delhi Belly and Anusha Rizvi's film, and you're doing a cameo, I believe, in Miss Kiran Rao's Dhobi Ghat.
It's not a cameo actually, it's a full-fledged role.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you kept it under wraps.
We kept it under wraps, yeah. There are 4 lead parts in that. There is Prateek, Babbar, there is myself, and there are 2 female leads in the film, the 4 lead characters. So that's one film. Then there's Delhi Belly, which I'm producing. Anusha Rizvi's, which I'm producing again. Both of these films I'm not acting in. And 3 Idiots is the one that will probably hit the cinemas next from me as an actor.
What is Dhobi Ghat all about? Very unusual kind of title that we have.
Yeah, it's a bit too early to speak about my films because they're so far away from release right now. What I can say is that all of them excellent scripts that I've really liked, and each one is completely unique and different and challenging the boundaries of mainstream cinema.
Talking about your blogging, you haven't been regular on your blog. Why is that?
Yeah, I've been a bit irregular. It's not any one thing. I've been a little busy. I've also, in my headspace, I've been somewhere else. So I'm going to pick it up now.
Something about your campaign for tourism that you've undertaken, that has got a very good response.
I'm glad to have, been of help. I think that there are certain things that we need to be very conscious of. One of them, of course, is our beautiful monuments, which are our heritage and our history, and they belong to us and we should look after them. And the other is certainly the people who come into our country are our guests, and we should really look after them really well and give them a great time. Both issues which are close to my heart, and I was happy to be part of the campaign, which is a public service campaign. I'm also involved in a number of public service films during the election period, informing people about voting and spreading awareness about it, and so those will come out soon.
Last question, when are you directing next?
I don't know yet. I think after I finish 3 Idiots, I'll start looking at scripts, and only when I find something which is really special and something that really excites me, only then I'll direct.
There was a very special rendezvous with Aamir Khan, one and only one, Aamir Khan. That's all we have from BollywoodHungama.com. Keep on watching.